Did you ever think you were going to be a stepfather? So, to be honest, no. They are such a gift. They are my bonus kids, right? Bonus children. So, yeah, I'm very happy. I'm very happy with that. I have nothing to complain. They are like really nice kids.
You guys, okay, so I need to talk to you about something that honestly shocked me. We all know the Ace family drama has been a lot. Like, a lot. The lawsuits, the foreclosures, the allegations, it's been an absolute mess for years. But what if I told you that there might actually be a redemption arc happening? And it's all thanks to someone we need to talk about more. Igor. Catherine's husband Igor just did this really vulnerable Q&A, and honestly, it made me see things in a completely different light. So buckle up, because we're diving into whether the Ace family saga is finally getting a wholesome ending, and how Igor became the unexpected king of this entire situation.
Do you and Catherine want kids or no? To be honest, yes, we want to have a kid, but I believe that everything in its own time, right, to happen. So we'll see.
So let's start with Igor, because honestly, this man deserves his flowers. He recently sat down to answer some fan questions, and one of the first things he addressed was whether he and Catherine want kids together. And his answer was so genuine. He said yes, they do want to have a kid together eventually, but he believes everything happens in its own time. Like, how refreshing is that? No pressure, no timeline, just letting things unfold naturally. But what really got me emotional was when he opened up about losing his father in 2020. He said that event shook him to his core and made him look deeper within himself. And that's when he started exploring medicine and plant-based healing. He literally said he knows his father is proud of him. And I'm not crying, you're crying. The way he talked about his healing journey was so raw and real. Here's what's even more beautiful about Igor's story. Someone asked him if he ever thought he'd be a stepfather, and he said no. He never imagined that would be part of his life. But being a stepdad to Catherine's kids with Austin has helped him grow so much as a human being. He calls them his bonus kids and says they're a gift to him. He said they're really nice kids who have helped him grow as a person. Can we just appreciate how he's not trying to replace Austin or compete with him? He's just showing up with love and respect for these children who didn't ask to be in the middle of all this drama.
So are you insecure that Catherine traveled alone since she met you on one of her trips? So of course not. I'm not insecure about that. I trust her like 1,000%. She's very honest. She's the very honest person that I have met in my life. The trust is the foundation of the relationship, right? Without trust, we don't have nothing. So yeah, I'm very okay with that, and I'm very happy for her, for sure.
And speaking of Igor being an incredible partner, let's talk about the relationship he has with Catherine, because it's honestly relationship goals. Someone asked him if he's insecure about Catherine traveling alone since she literally met him on one of her trips to Brazil. And his answer was perfect. He said of course not. He's not insecure about that at all. He trusts her 1,000%. He called her the most honest person he's ever met in his life. And they trust each other completely. But what I loved even more is that he has his own plans and ambitions too. He talked about wanting to go on trips to different states to do tattoo work and go back to Switzerland for his clients there. He said trust is the foundation of a relationship, and without trust, you don't have anything. They communicate with each other all the time, and they're both supporting each other's careers while building a life together. The fact that Igor moved to the USA at 37 years old, learning a completely new language, adapting to a whole new culture, just to be with Catherine and her family shows such incredible commitment. He said it was challenging at first, but now he feels at home. He's proud of himself for following his heart. This man literally uprooted his entire life for love, learned English in his late 30s, and integrated himself into a ready-made family with kids and a famous ex-husband in the picture. That takes serious emotional maturity.
We got the kids here, we have Igor here, we got Trey here, we got the whole fam bam here. So we're waiting for them to be done, and then we're gonna go on next.
Now, let's talk about what all of this means for Austin, because here's where it gets interesting. We've all seen the very public downfall of the Ace family. The lawsuits from unpaid contractors, the mansions being foreclosed on, the boxing controversies. It's been a disaster. Austin has definitely made mistakes, and I'm not here to excuse any of that. But here's the thing that's making me reconsider everything. The fact that Catherine was able to move on and find someone like Igor, and that her kids are clearly thriving in this new blended family situation, actually says something significant about what's happening behind the scenes. It means Austin must be co-parenting relatively well, or at least not interfering with his kids' happiness. Think about it. If Austin was being difficult, making custody battles public, trying to sabotage Catherine's new relationship, or using the kids as pawns, we would know about it. But instead, what we're seeing is quiet. And sometimes quiet is good. Sometimes quiet means growth. The fact that Igor can speak so positively about the kids, that Catherine seems genuinely happy, and that there's no public drama between the exes suggests that Austin is handling this divorce way better than anyone expected. Maybe he's learning that not everything needs to be a spectacle. Maybe he's realizing that his kids' well-being is more important than his ego.
Guys, in Brazil, Igor said it's not popular. Halloween isn't popular out there, unfortunately.
And you guys, if you've been watching Catherine's recent content with Igor and the kids, it's actually really wholesome. There's footage of the whole family at theme parks together. Catherine, Igor, the kids, and even friends like Amanda and Trey. Everyone's laughing, going on rides, playing carnival games, genuinely having fun together. They went to what looks like a Halloween event where they were carving pumpkins, and Igor was joking around with the kids about how he's never done pumpkin carving before because they don't celebrate Halloween in Brazil the same way. There's this one moment where they're playing carnival games and one of the kids wins and everyone's celebrating together. Igor and the kids are joking around, giving each other a hard time in that playful way that shows they're comfortable with each other. There's zero awkwardness. The kids call him by his name. They're laughing with him, and you can tell they genuinely like having him around. And here's what's interesting. Austin hasn't been publicly fighting this or causing drama. We're not seeing him bash Igor on social media, post cryptic messages, or try to turn the kids against their stepdad. Look, I'm not saying Austin deserves a medal for basic decency, but after everything that went down with the Ace family, the fact that he's seemingly letting his kids be happy with their mom and stepdad without interfering is actually progress.
So my advice, first of all, you are not behind. Don't believe that because that's not true. Time is just illusion. Don't be attachment about time. Just focus on yourself, love yourself, learn about yourself, focus on your own healing, right? That's the most important thing that you need to do. Without that, you are not prepared to find the right person,
Here's where Igor really won me over, though. Someone asked him for advice because they felt behind in life and haven't found their person yet. And Igor's response was so wise. He said, "You're not behind. Don't believe that because that's not true. Time is just an illusion. Don't be attached to time." He told people to focus on themselves first, to love themselves, learn about themselves, and work on their own healing. He said that's the most important thing you need to do, and without that inner work, you're not prepared to find the right person. He talked about how he'd been through a lot and had multiple relationships before meeting Catherine, but he spent time healing himself first. He said to believe that everything happens in perfect timing, in God's time. Then he said, "I know people who found the perfect person when they were 40 years old, or 50 years old. He called them beautiful love stories and said people shouldn't be attached to timelines or societal expectations. His final advice was just, let it go and focus on yourself. Like, can we get this man a podcast? This is the kind of wholesome, mature, emotionally intelligent content we need more of. And the fact that he's bringing this energy into Catherine's life and her kids' lives is probably having a ripple effect on everyone around him, including Austin.
I see Igor for his birthday. His birthday was yesterday. He had a good birthday party. He had a cake. He said he ate a lot of sweets, so he doesn't want any ice cream right now. Yeah, I'm good.
So here's my theory about why Austin might actually be in a genuine redemption arc. When you're surrounded by chaos and yes men and people who enable your worst behavior, it's easy to keep making the same mistakes. But when your kids are spending time with someone like Igor, someone who's demonstrating what emotional maturity, healthy communication, and genuine love look like, that's going to affect you. Kids talk. Kids notice things. Kids compare. They see how Igor treats their mom versus how Austin treated their mom. Sometimes seeing your ex move on and thrive with someone who genuinely treats them well can be the biggest wake-up call someone needs to work on themselves. It's about suddenly seeing what you could have been if you'd done the work. It's about understanding that healthy relationships actually exist. We haven't seen Austin making messy public statements lately. He's not starting drama with Catherine or Igor on social media. He's been relatively quiet, which honestly might be the best thing he could do right now. Sometimes growth looks like stepping back, staying in your lane and working on yourself privately instead of performing for the internet. And if that's what Austin's doing, if he's genuinely in therapy, working on his issues, figuring out how to be a better father, then maybe there's hope for him yet.
Oh, who was that? That was you?
Made that? Let's do that one more time. Can we do one more round real quick?
The Ace family was such a huge part of YouTube culture for so long. We watched those kids grow up on camera. We saw the pranks, the challenges, the vlogs, all of it. And then we watched it all come crashing down. But here's the thing. Just because the Ace family as a brand is over doesn't mean the people involved are doomed forever. Catherine has clearly moved on and found genuine happiness with Igor. The kids are thriving in their new normal with a blended family that actually seems functional and healthy. And if Austin is genuinely working on himself behind the scenes, that's actually the best outcome we could hope for. That's the redemption arc that matters. Not the public apology videos, but the actual internal work that creates lasting change. Igor said something that really stuck with me. He talked about how losing his father made him explore healing, and he said he believes everything happens for a reason. Maybe the Ace family needed to fall apart so that everyone involved could actually heal and become better versions of themselves. Maybe Catherine needed to leave to find a partner who truly respects her. Maybe the kids needed to see what healthy relationships look like. And maybe Austin needed to lose everything to finally do the inner work. That's not the dramatic, explosive content we're used to from that family, but it's real life. And honestly, it's beautiful. We're watching a family restructure itself in a healthier way. We're watching kids adjust to divorce, but still have two parents who love them, and a stepdad who genuinely cares. And maybe we're watching Austin McBroom finally grow up.
10 subs.
I wish I could sign up to something.
Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about all of this. Do you believe Austin is actually changing behind the scenes? Or am I being way too optimistic? And can we all just agree that Igor is the wholesome king we didn't know we needed? This man moved countries, learned a new language, became a stepdad, and handled all the public scrutiny with grace and maturity. I just feel like this whole situation could have gone so much worse. We've seen messy divorces play out in public before. But instead, we're seeing what healthy co-parenting and blended families can actually look like when everyone puts the kids first. That's the kind of content I want to see more of. That's the kind of story that gives me hope. Drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know if you've been following this whole Ace family situation. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and send this to a friend who's been following the Ace family saga as long as we have. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!